What's up guys? Welcome to the first episode of my Dwarves vs Zombies remake series. In this series I'm going to be remaking the minigame Dwarves vs Zombies that was popular probably like 5 years ago, but has since pretty much died out. I was looking for something to remake, and I decided the best thing to do would just be bring back an old minigame. And so I settled on Dwarves vs Zombies. Now if you don't know what the game is, basically, there's two teams, the dwarves and the zombies, as the name would imply. Now, the dwarves have different roles, but it comes down to they must work together to build a castle that surrounds a shrine and protect that shrine from the zombies. Now, there's no real way for the dwarves to win, it's just see how long they can survive before the zombies wipe them out. Now, the zombies, on the other hand, well, first off, it's not just zombies. It's more like Dwarves vs. Monsters, but the name is just Dwarves vs. Zombies. So the monsters, what they do is they have to use their special abilities that's unique to each different type of monster. And they use their abilities to attack the castle and either wipe out all the dwarves or destroy the shrine. That's just a pretty basic summary. The gameplay is a lot more intense than what it sounds like, and it makes overall for a really fun game. So I decided, since there's no real good Dwarves vs Zombies servers out there, and since there's no public plugins for it, to just make my own. Now, as any good devlog maker will surely do, I've set up a board system similar to Trello, but just in a slightly different program that's integrated with GitHub, which it's nice and easy for me to do all my GitHub stuff and manage this board in one. The program I'm using is called GitKraken, if you're interested. But I'm using this to manage what needs to be done in the game. So as you can see, I have these different cards set up, and all of them correspond to a different update version of the plugin. So at the very start, version 001, I'm just going to create the project, and as I go along I'm going to finish all of these cards and eventually work down to version 1.0, which is when the first beta game will be played. There's nothing after this. I have planned update 1, but everything else is just things that can be planned later. So right off the bat, we're going to get started with the very first part of development, which is the project creation. And there's only a few things in this list because creating a project is pretty simple. First is create it in IntelliJ, which I've already done. Then I have to import the libraries, which are just additional things that make my coding easier. Difficult tasks simplified, or repetitive code is kind of bundled into these libraries so that I can just reference the libraries instead of writing out the code myself. And the last is set Up Cronus, which Cronus is just one of my libraries, and it just has a little setup that I need to do to get it to work. Alright, so the first thing we had set up in our board was to create the project, and I've gone ahead and done that already. The second thing was to import all of the libraries, and I went and did that as well. If you want a quick rundown, we have Spigot, which is just server software, ACF, which is used for making commands, Lombok, which is just shortcuts for things called getters and setters, Inventory Framework, that's used for making GUIs in-game, Cronus, that's my own personal library that has a lot of utility methods in it, and NBT API, which is for adding custom NBT values to different things. So we've gone ahead and imported all the libraries. The last thing on the list was to set up Cronus. Now setting that up is really simple. We just do API.setPlugin, and then this, which just tells Cronus that the plugin I'm currently working in is going to be using the API. And so that's it. I mean, we can update the project version to 0.0.1 because that's all we've had to do. Actually, if we go into Git Kraken, go ahead and open this up. We can go into each of these and add a label, and we'll just mark them all as complete. So that's it. 0.0.1 is done. Now this video would be really short if I just did that. So I'm also going to do the item builder 0.0.2. So the item builder, I'm going to just do a time lapse of coding because I'm sure people don't want to watch that. But once the time lapse is done, I'll come back and I'll show you what I've made in game so you can see what exactly the item builder does. But you can see I've got the basics of what's going to be going into this. Some of these cards have checklists which just tell me what I need to do and I can mark it off as I go. The item builder basically is just for making custom items that I can reference later in the code. So let's go ahead and get the time lapse going.
Never reminded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion paintable and so tell me, is this what you made me? You
Alright guys, so we are back after that long time lapse. That was a lot of coding, probably like an hour of coding. But what we have is, if we do /item give player name, and then we have two different items loaded in from config. We'll do example 1 for now. It's a nice piece of dirt, example dirt. And you can see it has custom name, custom lore. It says NBT tags. That's because inside of the items file, we gave it 3 different NBT tags. We can actually read what they are, but they're there. And then if we go back into Minecraft and we give ourselves example 2, we have this piece of stone, which currently there's a bug in that the enchants aren't being applied. Sharpness was not applied even though it should have been. We can go into the Get Kraken into the board. I marked off some of these as complete. Last one is utils, compare item stack to custom item. I'll add that in as soon as I fix the bug with sharpness, but I've been coding for a while, so I'm going to head off for the night and end this video here. If you want to keep up with development of Dwarves vs Zombies, then join the Discord in the description, and I'll be posting devlogs whenever I, get more work done, basically. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to get notified when I post a devlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.